Now, Good Morning Northwest, a flood of missiles intercepted over Israel, while President Trump delays threats of striking Iran, saying productive talks are happening with new leadership. However, Iran says there are no talks.
Yeah, we're playing the waiting game on some much-needed moisture headed our way. What follows the moisture? We're going to talk about the rain, the timing, and, well, the whole forecast.
It took months to get double-decker buses back on the streets since a crash into this viaduct injured passengers. Why this morning, STA has now reopened the investigation into the crash. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Gray.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Tuesday, March 24th. Let's get right over to Mark Peterson in for Matt with your first alert forecast.
Hope everyone's having a great start today. Grab a cup of coffee, cup of tea. Here we go. We are going to see temperatures much warmer than yesterday. We're hanging out at 43 in Spokane, 44 in Coeur d'Alene. Dry sky, that's going to change in the next couple of hours. We look at the satellite and radar. Yeah, we've got the rain out there. Look out past, picking up a few early morning showers, not snow. We're seeing that snow level sitting at about 5,000 feet. And Grand Coulee all the way down to Moses Lake, picking up a few showers. Ritzville has a couple of rain showers as well. The current pattern is that this is going to roll through. It's going to take a while. About 9 a.m. we see that roll through us. As it is a little disorganized, it comes together into the Central Basin. It'll be gone by 7 o'clock. Following that, we are going to see this tighten up. We're going to have more winds. And then Wednesday afternoon, while we will be breezy, we're going to see another round of scattered showers. That's going to happen Wednesday afternoon, about a 20% chance. Today, your precipitation, yeah, between here and 9, about a 40% chance. Then it's a 100% chance that's going to take us through. Right now, we're going to have temperatures in the 40s hanging out.
Mark, thanks. President Trump says he will give Iran 5 more days as he ramps up threats to attack Iran's key electrical plants.
Nicole D'Antonio is in D.C. with those details.
New images this morning showing the latest Iranian airstrike targeting Israel. The barrage of missiles being intercepted above central Israel. While the U.S. released this new video of strikes on Iranian military sites, saying 9,000 targets have been hit so far. It comes as President Trump claims the U.S. and Iran are now in talks to end the war.
We have had very, very strong talks. We'll see where they lead. We have major points of agreement. I would say almost all points of agreement.
Trump says his son-in-law Jared Kushner and Mideast envoy Steve Witkoff are leading the negotiations, but he would not say which Iranians are participating in the talks. Key among them, no nuclear weapons.
Said yes to that? They've agreed to that.
Multiple reports say Iran's parliament speaker has become a potentially key figure in talks with the U.S. going forward. But Iran publicly remains defiant, claiming no talks with the U.S. have taken place, saying any claims to the contrary are aimed at influencing financial and oil markets and distracting from the challenges facing the U.S. and Israel. The president extended a 48-hour deadline for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, saying it has until Saturday or face attacks on its power plants. So far, gas prices in the U.S. soaring more than $1 since the start of the war, and with jet fuel prices doubling, major airlines are warning they're cutting some flight routes because of the rising cost. And Reuters reports that Witkoff, Kushner, and Vice President J.D. Vance could travel to Pakistan this week to meet with Iranian officials. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Now to the deadly crash at New York's LaGuardia Airport that we brought to you yesterday as breaking news. This morning, we are learning more about the flight attendant who somehow survived being thrown from the plane, landing 300 feet away. Her daughter tells a Canadian news outlet that her mom suffered a broken leg, but says it's a miracle she survived. Surveillance video posted online shows the moment that the Air Canada jet slammed into a fire truck crossing the runway. Preliminary data shows the plane was traveling between 93 and 105 miles per hour. The 2 pilots on that plane, described as men at the beginning of their careers, were killed. The runway at LaGuardia is now closed until Friday.
Police are investigating a North Spokane shooting that ended with a person dead and another injured early Sunday morning. It happened near East Wellesley and Crestline near Rogers High School. We reached out to Spokane police asking if anyone's been arrested or if they are actively looking for a gunman. As of this morning, we have not heard back.
Well, what started as a possible security scare at Hayden Meadows Elementary in Coeur d'Alene yesterday morning turned out to be a mechanical issue. Coeur d'Alene Public Schools says the glitch triggered the school's safety protocols, automatically contacting law enforcement and putting students and staff into lockdown. Officers responded quickly and checked the campus, confirming there was no threat. By mid-morning, the school had returned to normal operations. Now, in a letter to families, the district said in part, "We understand that situations like this can be unsettling. The safety of our students and staff is always our top priority." Well, the Spokane Transit Authority announced that it is now reopening its investigation into the double-decker bus crash.
STA's CEO Carl Otterstrom says they discovered that a call to dispatch on the day of the crash said software showed route discrepancies for one of the buses. Because of this, it is reopening the investigation to learn what dispatch did with that information. Otterstrom says STA will also pursue an independent review to validate the completeness of the investigation. In a statement, he writes, "Safety is our paramount responsibility. We are committed to being transparent about what we learn and to making any changes necessary to strengthen the systems and culture that support the safety of our passengers and employees."
Some major changes are coming to one of Spokane's main arteries. The changes will be on the northern stretch of Ash Street. Now, the Maple Ash Couplet project was supposed to reduce wide lanes on two heavily used one-way streets in North Spokane, Maple and Ash. But due to tight funding, the city will only repaint the lines on Ash Street for now. In some places, the lanes are 20 feet wide, so the city is narrowing them to 11 feet. It says these reductions will slow down drivers and cause fewer crashes. The city says some people who live along this street have complained about speeding cars and in some cases crashes right into people's homes.
Council members Zappone and Klitsky have been very focused on traffic safety, and they've told me stories that they've talked to folks that live on that stretch and have had cars end up in their front yard.
With several extra feet shaved off of the lanes, the city plans to add curbside parking. City leaders note that curbside parking is already available on this stretch, but most people aren't aware of it. They also believe it will help slow traffic and create a barrier between the street and the front yards of those homes.
Good morning, Northwest Time is now 6:07.
Mark Peterson filling in for Matt again this morning. He is preparing us for an interesting day, to say the least.
Yeah, Mountain Pass, if you're traveling, Snoqualmie, wet weather coming in, but it's above freezing. Stevens Pass, a little bit of light snow, but bare and dry in a lot of spots. And of course, we're above average in our passes around our region. We're going to have a full check of the forecast coming up.
And there's a lot of stress right now around air travel. Things are looking good here at the Spokane International Airport, but we'll tell you what you need to know when you're making those flights back home in just a little bit on Good Morning Northwest.
As the Senate confirms a new Homeland Security Secretary, new details emerge about the outgoing one. Coming up, what an investigation found about Kristi Noem's controversial ad spending.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls ER and Hospital.
During the Markdown Madness sales event, score big on a new 26 Sierra 1500 Elevation. Lease today for just $199 a month. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Stay and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together at the region's only non-smoking casino and hotel. We're the place for a day trip, weekend getaway, or your next holiday party or group event. Enjoy the casino action playing your favorite gaming machine, or try your skills at the live table games. Stay and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel, located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
Put away those dangerous ladders and never clean your rain gutter again. Introducing the leaf-free gutter protection system, sold exclusively at McVeigh Brothers. A patented system that attaches to your rain gutter and protects it from all debris.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve.
After my recent accident, I called Craig Swap and Associates. They treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Get ready for mowing season, for hauling season, and exploring season. Get ready for tearing it up, cutting it down, and working all around season. Because it's bad boy season. All year long. Bad boy. Power, performance, attitude.
During the Markdown Madness sales event, score big on a new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. Up to $10,000 off for 4.9% APR. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Your time is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A new lawsuit seeks to stop the Kennedy Center from closing for 2 years.
The lawsuit comes days after the Trump loyalists on the Kennedy Center board approved its temporary shutdown. Several architectural and historic preservation groups argue that approval bypassed the normal review and consultation process. The president says closing the facility will make renovations faster and better.
Markwayne Mullin will serve as the new Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. The Senate's confirmation of the former Oklahoma senator comes less than 3 weeks after President Donald Trump fired Kristi Noem. Mullin now takes the helm of a DHS in turmoil.
And speaking of Kristi Noem, we have new details this morning about a controversial government ad that featured the former Department of Homeland Security Secretary. The ad was part of a broader promotional effort that cost $200 million. A look at the invoices is now revealing how some of that money was spent. For one notable ad featuring Noem, some of the expenses included $4,000 for hair and makeup services. $50,000 was spent on videography, photography, and production costs. And the strategy group hired for the project received a $60,000 signing bonus.
The midterm election is less than 8 months away, and new financial disclosure form shows the Republican National Committee has nearly a 7-to-1 money advantage over the Democratic National Committee. The reports filed with the Federal Election Commission show the RNC outraised the DNC by a wide margin last month, $18.5 million to a little more than $10 million. Analysts say the huge disparity in money could impact the voting come November.
All right, we take a look at the forecast today. We know we're going to see some changes. It's just taking a while. 44 at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock should be a little cooler, about 42. And then we're into the mid-40s, 9 and 10 o'clock with a pretty good chance of rain. Radar backing that up to the north of us, also to the southeast. We do have rain showers, so it's going to build into our area. Excuse me, and thus we will have rain over the next 12 hours. Temperature-wise, rainy throughout the day, all the way through about 7 o'clock. You are going to see temperatures that are going to be into the mid-40s for the most part, so it's going to be cool. We will see that average high hit about 4 or 5 o'clock with rain showers all the way through till about 7.
Spokane County leaders will meet today to discuss a plan to address so-called forever chemicals found in wells in the West Plains neighborhood. The chemicals known as PFAS have been linked to some serious health risks, including cancer. Investigators say the contamination is from foam used by firefighters from the Spokane International Airport and Fairchild Air Force Base. The county's plan focuses first on making sure residents with the contaminated wells have access to clean water by providing pitcher filters and installing in-home filtration systems. It also calls for a more systemic approach to testing to ensure all wells in the affected areas are checked. The plan still needs approval from the Washington Department of Ecology before it can move forward, but we'll keep you updated. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:13.
Hey, it's spring break time. A lot of people are traveling, and TSA staffing issues create some growing stress at airports nationwide. Coming up in a live report, how travel is looking locally. We'll be right back.
You've come to expect more from 4 News Now, and we're giving it to you. Now the team you trust is also on Fox 28. More breaking news, more stories that matter, more from the First Alert Weather Team. More ways to watch 4 News Now on Fox 28. Expect more.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get this low mileage lease on this Sierra Elevation for around $399 per month.
Shop DaveSmith.com.
Pump up the volume.
Go ahead. Crank the volume. We got you. USPS has increased daily package processing capacity by 46% in the past 5 years. And with USPS Ground Advantage, your packages stay in our secure network, dock to door, nationwide. For full visibility, near real-time tracking, affordable pricing, for peace of mind. USPS Ground Advantage.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family.
I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun. Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF.
Just Between Friends at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
Hi, I'm Congressman Michael Baumgartner. This memorial in Spokane Valley reminds us of the sacrifices our veterans have made. One of my jobs as your congressman is to help veterans navigate the VA and to help all of you cut through the red tape at federal agencies, including the VA, Medicare, Social Security, the IRS, and USDA. Last year, my office helped solve over 650 of these cases and returned more than $3 million in overpayments to taxpayers. If you need help, just let us know.
Since 1962, we've been right here, keeping you and your family safe on the road with complete automotive service from tires to tune-ups.
From trusted brands like Cooper, Toyo, and Nokian to the best prices and warranties in town, this is the moment to save.
It's our anniversary sale, and we're celebrating with Cooper Tire rebates, plus deals on all your favorite tire brands.
Thank you. For over 60 years in the Northwest, nobody beats perfection.
Hey, what's going on here?
Mr. Pierre, I was just showing this gentleman why he should stop touching the $1 million, what with my yellow belt in karate.
Yellow? That's what I said. Like a banana?
Like a banana, but with fists.
Great. I could use the potassium. Come on, that was funny. Come back. I've got a leg cramp. All right, all right.
4 News Now is brought to you by Caruso's Floors.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:17. A TSA staffing shortage is creating stress at airports across the country. The shortage stems from a partial government shutdown, forcing tens of thousands of TSA workers to stay on the job without pay.
Yeah, ABC News reports a record number of TSA officers have called out sick. Hundreds more have quit. Alexandra Konyartz is live this morning at Spokane International Airport. How are things looking out there? The lines.
Good morning. Things are looking a lot better here than when we first got here this morning. You can see there's practically no line here right now when it comes to getting into the airport and getting through security. When we first got here this morning, it was a different story. There was a line all the way across, and it was definitely quite a long wait time of around 20 minutes to get through. Passengers that we've been talking with tell us kind of mixed reviews. Some are a little bit nervous about the whole situation, but many tell us, they feel good, especially about their way out of Spokane. However, once we're getting back in, that's where people are definitely expressing some more concerns. I mean, a lot of people here in Spokane are traveling to those bigger airports like Phoenix, Seattle, LAX, which has a little bit more concerns when it comes to those wait times. A big one that we're keeping an eye on there is the Phoenix airport. Luckily, though, most people we've been talking with aren't traveling to those places like Atlanta, where we're really seeing some of that chaos. Regardless of where you're traveling to, though, there are some important tips for you to be aware of. The big thing is making sure that you're actually checking the airport's website rather than the typical MyTSA website or the Homeland Security website online, since those are still experiencing some troubles with the staffing shortages. So, for example, for Spokane, that would be SpokaneAirport.net. Another resource to look at is iFly.com. That's kind of an airport guide that gives you a list of airports all across the country, so you can just type in there where you're going or where you're traveling back from, and that'll give you that information there. Another thing to remember is make sure you're arriving 15, 20 minutes, maybe even more earlier than you typically would. So on top of those 2 hours that are recommended, and then considering TSA pre-check or global entry. When we were here this morning, there was a long line for the general screening, but TSA pre-check had no line. So if you're still able to get that before your flight, that's definitely another thing to be aware of. We're continuing to monitor the situation here, but luckily here in Spokane, we're not seeing any issues right now. For now, reporting live, Alexandra Konyartz, 4 News Now.
Yeah, we have been talking, for days about ICE agents going to help some TSA agents. I'm looking this morning, 14 different airports the TSA is getting help from ICE. That's not the case in Spokane, though.
No. That is correct, Robin. It's not the case here in Spokane. We did speak with someone from the airport yesterday. He told us there aren't ICE agents here working instead of TSA, so it should just be TSA agents here at the Spokane International Airport.
Alexandra Konyards, thank you so much.
Let's take a live look outside this morning. It's looking dry for now, but it's kind of, we're waiting for that moisture to head on in, Mark.
Right now it looks like we're a couple of hours away from, the anticipatory rain that we're going to see.
Just waiting.
Yeah, just waiting. And people going, well, we had an umbrella once, rain gear, things like that, especially if you're heading out to work or school. I mean, right now it's dry. But it won't be later on. Let's take a look at what we've got going on. First of all, 52 will be our high today. The winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting in excess of 20 miles an hour after this passes. We look at our current conditions, and it's comfortable outside. 43 degrees here, 44 into Coeur d'Alene. It is dry, but that's going to change. So again, be prepared and take that stuff with you as you head out the door today. We look at the satellite and radar, and while we remain dry, we see those rain showers wrapping all the way around us. It's just going to take a while to fill in, and we are expecting to see that potential really come in about 9 o'clock this morning. And then as that continues to move through, it should be a done deal after dinner about 7 o'clock. And then we see the winds fire up after that and will be with us throughout the overnight hours into Wednesday. Wednesday, there is another band of moisture that's going to be coming through. We're expecting that to be an afternoon event, 1, 2 o'clock. That'll continue to pull through. We will have, for the moisture following this initial rain, a higher incidence of snow into Stevens Pass, Snoqualmie Pass, because it'll be a colder air mass behind that. And that would then drive that snow level down to about 2,000 feet. So we're expecting to see more snow in around Snoqualmie Pass as we get into Wednesday afternoon. So if you're traveling, just look ahead, all right? 44 into Moses Lake right now, 44 into Coeur d'Alene, we're at 43. Walla Walla, you're at 51. Nice start to the day for our highs today. Warmer than yesterday. The Tri-Cities into the mid-60s, 51 Colville, St. Mary's 53 degrees. Really not too bad for the higher elevations. But again, wet weather expected. Your planning forecast. We're planning on the winds for tomorrow after the rains today. A quarter to a half an inch of rain potential. Thursday 47, 56 on Friday. Should be nice days, mostly sunny conditions right now in the forecast. While we'll have a few clouds over the weekend, overnight lows warm up into the upper 30s, and our daytime highs are into the low to mid 60s. Really going to be nice, taking us into next week. So yeah, not too shabby, not too shabby. We've got about 36 hours of the rain and then the breezy, windy conditions with a few scattered showers for tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yep. Thank you much. It is now 6:23.
The Seattle Seahawks made some big moves yesterday, extending Jackson Smith-Njigba and re-signing Jake Bobo. After the break, we'll tell you more about the Seahawks locking in their wideouts. It's going up next here in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
With Bassett, you can create furniture that's perfect for your home and your style. Custom made in America and built to last. Now through April 1st, get 30% off custom furniture by Bassett. Custom furniture sale at the Tin Roof.
It's time to get your home ready for summer in a new 16-foot or 18-foot swim spa from Quality Spa Spokane at the North Division Y, home of the 6-foot deep swim spa.
Life's just better in a spa.
Hi, how can I help you guys?
We're here to win.
Your bucket list? Win big at Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel, proud sponsor of Gonzaga basketball.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
it comes to travel, you're a winner. That's why when you sit behind a crying baby, it stops being such a baby. And that's why you rent with National, where you can choose a car and go.
The Spokane Rock Rollers Club proudly presents the Gem and Mineral Show at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Over 45 dealers will be selling gems, jewelry, crystals, and lapidary supplies with amazing displays of gemstones, fossils, and much more. Enjoy children's activities, gem cutting demonstrations, and hourly door prizes. Tickets are available at the door or in advance at these locations. The 65th Annual Gem and Mineral Show, March 27th through the 29th at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
Snow days are the best days, especially when there's fresh powder on the mountain.
But getting there, that's where Subaru Symmetrical All-Wheel Drive comes in. Glide up the icy roads with confidence and enjoy stability on every twist and turn.
Pack your gear, load up the crew, and let the heated seats keep you warm on the way.
Because with Subaru, getting up to the ski hill is just as thrilling as the ride down.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event now through March 31st at Parker Subaru in beautiful Court.
With Bassett, you can create furniture that's perfect for your home and your style. Custom made in America and built to last. Now through April 1st, get 30% off custom furniture by Bassett. Custom furniture sale at the Tin Roof.
Good morning, I'm Mia Green. The Seattle Seahawks made two big moves in the wide receiver room, and it's safe to say that it's great news for Hawks fans. A 4-year extension for Jackson Smith-Njigba that's worth $168.8 million with $120 million guaranteed. This makes him the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, and he earned that with his historic 2025 season. He led the NFL with 119 receptions, 1,793 receiving yards, and 10 touchdowns. And those numbers made it to be the offensive Player of the Year, becoming just the second player in franchise history to win that award. Smith-Njigba set Seattle franchise records for both receptions and receiving yards, and he's now locked in with the Hawks until 2031. But that's not the only move the Hawks made. They officially brought back wide receiver Jake Bobo. Bobo signed a 2-year offer sheet on Friday with the Jacksonville Jaguars, giving the Seahawks 5 days to match that, and they did just that. And according to NFL Network, the offer sheet is worth $5.5 million with $4.5 million guaranteed. Bobo's impact came in clutch moments. He scored a 17-yard touchdown in the NFC Championship, his one of 2 receptions in the 2025 season. Bobo served as a special teams contributor as well. And for the love of baseball, we are just 2 days away from opening day for the Mariners. They host the Cleveland Guardians for a 4-game series before hosting the New York Yankees next Monday and Tuesday. That is 6 straight days of Mariners baseball at T-Mobile Park to open up the season. And coming off of a historic season, too, reaching the championship series and finishing 1 round short of the World Series. Thanks for watching Morning Sports. Make sure you tune in to 4 News Now tonight for more sports coming your way.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Does your current home have old or faded siding? Are your heat bills going up? Then you might like some new steel siding or some James Hardie siding with a variety of finish options from McVeigh Brothers, roofing, siding, and windows. For over 90 years, McVeigh Brothers has set the standard as the best siding company in the Northwest, selling the best brands at the best prices with long-term financing available. So if you need some new siding, call the pros at McVeigh Brothers. We're working for you.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Just announced. Get $8,360 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $1,250 members-only incentive.
Considering selling your RV? R&R wants it. Tired of paying storage fees? R&R needs it. Just don't use it anymore? R&R will buy it. Due to a critical shortage of pre-owned motorized RVs, R&R RV is currently paying our absolute top dollar for your used motorhome. Any year, any make, any model. Turn your RV into cash or flip it for a newer model. So if you no longer use it or want it, let R&R RV buy it. Visit the R&R RV Superstore in Liberty Lake or call Keith at 509-499-2601.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now Story Tracker with stories people are reading about this morning. Produce like spinach, grapes, and strawberries carry high levels of potentially harmful pesticide residues. That is according to this year's Dirty Dozen report from the health advocacy organization Environmental Working Group. Nectarines, peaches, cherries, apples, blackberries, pears, potatoes, and blueberries also made that list. For the first time, the report found more than 60% of all Dirty Dozen samples contain pesticides that are also forever chemicals called PFAS.
Well, after some speculation that he might retire, the NFL superstar Travis Kelce will now play into the 2026 season. 36-year-old Travis Kelce reportedly signed a nearly $58 million contract extension with the Kansas City Chiefs. Sources say it's a 3-year deal. Official details of Kelce's contract extension have not been released.
Music icon Celine Dion will reportedly return to the stage. According to a French-Canadian newspaper, Dion will perform several concerts in Paris. She'll perform 2 each week in September and October. In 2022, she announced that she was diagnosed with a rare neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome. At the time, she said the condition impacted her singing abilities. She made her comeback during the Summer Olympic Games in Paris in 2024 in spectacular fashion.
Makes me cry every time.
It was so beautiful. Hey, good morning, Northwest. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Tuesday, March 24th. We got Mark Peterson filling in for meteorologist Matt Gray this morning. He's got a look at that first alert forecast.
All right, good morning. Expecting and waiting for the rain. It's going to be a rainy day today. Certainly looking at happen about 9 o'clock. Windy conditions for Wednesday with afternoon showers, and then things get much better as we work our way towards the end of the week and into the weekend. The continuation of mild temperatures out there, 43 into Spokane with, again, some cloudy conditions, 44 with clouds over into Coeur d'Alene, but no rain as yet. Satellite and radar, you can see it's sort of surrounding us, and it's just to the east of Coeur d'Alene, just to the west of us. We're just waiting for it to fill in, and that's going to produce those rain showers starting between 8 and 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30. Then it comes through the day. We do hold on to the rain. That front passes. Behind that, we're going to see the winds, and the winds are going to be really the issue for not only tonight, but again tomorrow, as we'll have maybe an afternoon shower there. So your day planner, looking at this morning over the next several hours, we're going to be relatively dry, mild 44, cloudy 42 at 8 o'clock, and then we're going to see the rain come in, and that's going to be in the 9 o'clock hour with temperatures in the mid-40s throughout much of the afternoon.
Mark, thanks. Well, this morning, help for families of Idaho first responders killed in the line of duty.
With members of the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department and Kootenai Fire and Rescue watching, Idaho Governor Brad Little will sign a bill in just about 2.5 hours, expanding support for the families. 2 fire chiefs died in an ambush on Canfield Mountain last summer, and an engineer suffered career-ending injuries. That tragedy revealed death benefits were lower for those killed in the line of duty than those with catastrophic injuries. House Bill 642 will increase death benefits 5 times over and add a yearly pension benefit for surviving spouses.
Planned Parenthoods across Washington say they're no longer panicking after the state budget restored more than $8 million in abortion access funding. Last year, the state cut that funding, putting services, staff, and clinic hours at risk. This was happening at the same time as the federal government ending Medicaid funding for Planned Parenthood, and clinics across eastern Washington saw a spike of out-of-state patients.
20,000 visits last year we see in Spokane, the Valley, and Pullman. So many of those patients are coming from Idaho, and it's important to remember well over 90% of what we do is not abortion. So it's cancer screenings, birth control screenings, helping people who are pregnant and are really excited to become parents.
Now, with the state covering an $11 million gap left by federal Medicaid cuts and the restoring of the abortion access funds, the CEO of Planned Parenthood of Greater Washington and North Idaho says they are now able to hire staff and grow their services.
Abortion travel fell in the United States last year. According to new data from the Guttmacher Institute, there were more than 1.1 million clinician-approved abortions in the U.S. in 2025. That is similar to 2024. Among them, an estimated 142,000 people crossed state lines to get an abortion last year. That's about 12,000 fewer than in 2024. The decrease was almost entirely driven by reduced travel from states with total abortion bans. Meanwhile, the number of abortions provided under SHIELD law protections has increased. SHIELD laws allow providers to use telehealth to send abortion pills to people in states with abortion bans. More and more menopausal women are finding symptom relief through hormone patches.
Medications like these help women produce enough of the hormones that they lose during menopause, but pharmacies are starting to run out of them. Mary Sheridan shows us what's behind this growing demand.
Dr. Kelly Mathia works hard to help women find relief from their menopause symptoms.
Hot flashes, night sweats, fatigue, brain fog.
Last summer, she started a specialized clinic with her best friend and registered nurse, Stella Reed.
Mathia Menopause Medicine is a completely virtual clinic. Kelly and Stella meet their patients where they're at through remote sessions.
Many of their patients have found they benefit from menopause hormone therapy. This means they'll receive hormones like estradiol through a pill, cream, or most commonly, a small patch.
We are giving it to you in a level that protects your bones, your heart, your brain, alleviates your symptoms in a safe way.
Years ago, a study inaccurately linked hormone treatments to serious health risks, like breast cancer. A black box label was added to these medications, which Dr. Mathia says discouraged a lot of women and their physicians from using them. But that label was removed last year when the study was disproven.
Since that black box warning came off, hormones are seen to be more safe and they're being prescribed more readily, and women want them.
But in the last few months, pharmacies are having a hard time keeping up with this demand.
I'm getting 4 or 5 or 10 emails or text messages. Hey, can you send my prescription to this pharmacy?
They might get a supply for 1 month, but they can't get 3 months, or they're back ordered for a few weeks and then they're without their hormones, and some of those symptoms come right back.
Dr. Mathia says it might be a year before manufacturers catch up. In the meantime, her clinic is trying to find alternatives to help patients manage their symptoms.
No, you do not have to grin and bear it, right? You can demand treatment from your physicians.
In Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Spokane's homeless shelters are getting a health boost. Jules Helping Hands is partnering with Providence to bring dedicated medical care directly to shelter residents. A medical assistant will be assigned to each shelter, supported by a nurse practitioner who will make regular rounds. Care will include wound treatment, medication management, blood pressure checks, and connections to long-term primary care. The organization recently opened the Jules Healing Hearts Medical Respite at Westminster United Church of Christ in downtown Spokane. Good morning. Northwest time right now is 6:37.
All right, tracking that rain, moving in. Mark Peterson.
It's all around us. We're surrounded.
We're surrounded by the rain.
Just surrounded from Ritzville all the way over to Lookout Pass, all the way to the north. We are going to have more on the timing of this and what we can expect. That's coming your way.
And still to come on Good Morning Northwest, changes could be coming for when mail-in ballots should be counted, how it could change the way we vote in our region. Next.
Plus, a law passed last year saying you can't buy certain food and drinks with SNAP benefits in Idaho. But some people say that law is too vague. How lawmakers are now looking to clarify it when we come back.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Stay and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together at the region's only non-smoking casino and hotel. We're the place for a day trip, weekend getaway, or your next holiday party or group event. Enjoy the casino action playing your favorite gaming machine, or try your skills at the live table games. Stay and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel, located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were little, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes. I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF.
This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
This March, we're going crazy on prices at Findlay Downtown Toyota, as we've lowered all prices on our website, so you can score a great deal on a new or used Toyota. Plus, we're offering top dollar for your trade-ins. And we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy from us. Nice! I know, right? You can even delay all payments until June 1st. Making it a great time to get your new Toyota today. This week at Findlay.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Here's your reminder about the Working Families Tax Credit, a refund of up to $1,330 back for all qualified workers in Washington, not just families. Get help at www.workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
You've come to expect more from 4 News Now, and we're giving it to you. Now the team you trust is also on Fox 28. More breaking news, more stories that matter, more from the First Alert Weather Team. More ways to watch 4 News Now on Fox 28. Expect more.
It is 6:41 now. The Supreme Court is considering the future of voting by mail and when those ballots should be counted.
Court observers say changes to the current system seem likely. Here's Hannah Battah.
The Supreme Court yesterday heard arguments over a Mississippi law that could have national implications. That law allows mail-in ballots to be counted up to 5 days after Election Day, as long as they're postmarked by that day. The Republican National Committee sued, arguing federal law establishes 1 day for Election Day, and ballots should be received by then. Dozens of states allow at least some ballots to be counted after Election Day, including those from members of the military overseas.
More than 700,000 ballots were late arriving across those states in 2024, so a big universe of people. Republicans say it'll make the election more secure, but again, voting rights advocates very concerned about this.
Some conservative justices expressed concern that ballots counted after Election Day could undermine public confidence.
Some of the briefs have argued that confidence in election outcomes can be seriously undermined if the apparent outcome the day after the polls close is radically flipped by the acceptance later of a big stash of ballots that flip the election.
The court's liberal justices pushing back, arguing that changing the rules so close to an election could confuse voters and emphasizing that states have primary authority over how elections are run.
The people who should decide this issue are not the courts, but Congress, the states and Congress.
Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Hi, good morning, everybody. This is our current winds and relatively light across the region. That's going to change. We're going to get the rain, then we're going to get the winds following that. Right now, we're just waiting on the rain. And so we look at the satellite and radar, and we've got rain showers all around us. North, Colville, Bonners Ferry with some snow into the mountains. And then we head south. And again, more numerous as we go from Ritzville to Pullman. And then we've already had some rain into the central panhandle of Idaho. Today, that rain coming in 9 o'clock or so. We're going to see that rain 1/4 to 1/2 inch in many areas. And 52 will be our high today.
In February, the state of Idaho limited what people on federal food assistance can buy. It banned items like candy and soda. But now lawmakers are working to clarify exactly what that means. Under House Bill 903, certain foods would be exempt from the restriction. That means people could buy things like muffins, baking ingredients, fruit snacks made with real fruit, and granola bars. The bill also makes exceptions for some beverages, like drinks containing milk or milk alternatives, beverages made with more than 50% juice, and certain sports drinks. Last year, retailers raised concerns saying definitions of candy and soda were too vague, leading to confusion for both stores and customers. House Bill 903 is now making its way through the Idaho House. It's 6:44 now.
Long airport TSA lines have been causing some travel nightmares in areas of the country. But what are things looking like here at home? Alexander Konyartz is live this morning at the airport.
TSA workers here in Spokane are showing up to their job without a paycheck as this partial government shutdown persists. While lines aren't too bad here, that isn't the case across the country. What local travelers need to know coming up after the break on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This year, turn your backyard into a fun, relaxing paradise. From Quality Spas of Spokane, the little store that sells the most hot tubs and swim spas. Made right here in the United States by Cal Spas.
You would never go years without changing your oil. Did you know not maintaining your water heater can cause serious issues? Sediment can reduce efficiency, causing higher energy bills, leaks, and water heater failure. Sediment also causes bacteria that impacts water quality. An annual flush is the best defense against costly damage to your home, health, and wallet. Right now, Gold Seal Plumbing is offering an $89 water heater flush to keep your home and family safe and worry-free. So call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle at a great price,
then you need to come on down to Finley Honda Spokane.
Because we've taken in so many trade-ins last month, we've priced them aggressively to sell fast.
This week at Finley Honda Spokane.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
All I wanted was my name. Tina Turner.
Tina, the Tina Turner musical. The mega hit comes direct from Broadway. See her triumphant story and be ecstatically blown away. Everybody everywhere should come see Rapes New York Magazine. April 11th and 12th. First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to escape reality for a while? Shop downtown Coeur d'Alene and win a scenic weekend getaway. Swing by any participating business and enter to win an overnight stay at one of Coeur d'Alene's finest hotels. Plus, score an $800 shopping spree to incredible shops and eateries. Imagine yourself living it up lakeside with luxury shopping and dining just steps away. You're just one entry away from making it happen. Head over to cdadowntown.com for all the info. 2 winners, 2 dream weekends in the heart of CDA. Who's it going to be? Maybe you.
4 News Now is brought to you by Just Between Friends.
It is now 6:47. Airports all across the country are seeing long security lines as a partial government shutdown leads to a TSA staffing shortage.
Tens of thousands of TSA officers are now working with no paycheck, leading to what ABC says are record high call-outs. We have our Alexander Konyartz live from the Spokane International Airport this morning. And Alexander, you've kind of seen the big rush of people right when those TSA gates opened, and now it looks like it's pretty much empty behind you.
Yeah, no one.
Good morning. Yeah, that's exactly right. I was just thinking if I was traveling right now, this would look amazing. There's no line at all here right now at the Spokane International Airport. But like you mentioned, if you travel here frequently, you know that that rush does come around at 5 a.m. So a little bit before this, when we see a lot of those flights taking off, there was a long line at that time. It looked like about a 20-minute wait line all the way throughout, even up to the door. So earlier this morning, it was a different story. But luckily now things are looking a lot better. Now, we've been speaking with people traveling this morning who are making their way to their destinations, and most of them tell us, they're not too stressed and they're feeling pretty good, especially about their trip out of Spokane here. Here's what one person we spoke with had to say.
It's just like watching everything unfold. It's just a weird time for everything and everyone, so I just kind of have no choice but to do what you got to do and see what it is. But I'm not nervous or anything about getting through security.
Now, Whit is making his way to Phoenix, and what he was telling us is that, he's not too worried about here in Spokane, but he knows that in Phoenix, it'll be a different story. What he did, which is a good tip for you to be aware of, is he came 30 minutes earlier than he typically would, on top of maybe that 2 hours or an hour and a half that you normally would come for a flight here at the Spokane International Airport. And that is really what we're hearing, is making sure you're giving yourself 15 to 20 minutes of breathing room, since we really don't know what you're going to get when you get to that TSA line. Another big thing to do is to make sure you're actually checking your airport's website rather than the typical TSA website, since that is not going to be working as efficiently as it normally does during this partial government shutdown. For now, reporting live from the airport, Alexandra Konyartz, 4 News Now.
It is better to be safe than sorry.
That's
Get
for
there
sure.
early.
Yes. So we could just wait, kill some time on your phone or something like that.
Get your coffee.
Oh, there's coffee there, yes.
There's beverages of all sorts.
There are, depending on where you're going.
Oh, my gosh.
Depending on what you get as a beverage.
All right,
you might be... You know who you are. Okay.
Might be dealing with some rain as you head out and about today?
Yeah, we were talking about, and I've had this conversation a bazillion times over how mild this winter has been, and we're dry. We're dry in the higher elevations. We're certainly dry here. We're about 2 inches off the mark where we should be normally. We're going to make up a little bit of that today. Let's get to the weather. We have, for the month, 3.96. We should have about 1.5 inches better than that. We are, again, as I said, about 2 inches off the money of what we need to be at or just above average. Temperatures right now above average for this time of day, 43 degrees, 44 into Coeur d'Alene. Coeur d'Alene's starting to pick up a few sprinkles, certainly to the south and to the east, as it starts to fill in from the south and the west. We're going to have much of this energy coming around. We're going to have these rain showers. It is what happens here is that makes its way across. We're going to see more sustained, heavier rainfall at times. So we look at this and we put it into motion for you. Forecasting about 9 o'clock, we're going to have that rain coming through our area. It's going to drag through the day. We'll get a few breaks in there, but this is going to be the most, again, sustained periods of time where we see that 1/4 of an inch, that 1/2 inch really come in. At about 7 o'clock. It looks to be fairly well defined. All the computer models sort of in agreement here that we're going to see that right along I-90. That will exit. As it does, the winds will fire up out of the southwest. We're going to see those 15 to 20, gusts to 30 potentially. Are we looking for tree damage and stuff? No, not really. Not at 30 miles an hour. But we will see those winds fire up. And then we're going to have a chance of rain showers coming in again for Wednesday afternoon as another band of this energy comes across. Then we should see things dry out. More mountain snows for the Cascades and the Olympics, but we'll be out of the snowmaker and it will continue to push out. So the radar, we look, Colville's getting it. We look at a closer look at Coeur d'Alene, just right into that region. Post Falls could see a few sprinkles right now, but we remain dry. Medical Lake picking up a few scattered sprinkles as well when we look at the radar. Currently 43 in Spokane, 41 Ellensburg, Lewiston 47 degrees. Our highs today in the region, Tri-City 65. We're going to see Hermiston 67, and we'll be into the low to mid 50s in and around the central and eastern part of the state. Your planning forecast. Well, the plans are it's going to be cooler than average Wednesday and Thursday. We'll have the rain today, breezy if not windy at times Wednesday with that afternoon shower. Thursday, Friday, we start bringing in that high pressure, and then Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday, we're going to have temperatures in the low to mid 60s, overnight lows above freezing, so your mornings are looking pretty good. So there's going to be golfing and biking and motorcycle riding, and you know, the hot rods will start coming out. We see more of all of this activity. Keep an eye out for all those people. They're enjoying the sunshine.
All right, Mark, thanks.
You bet.
Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:53.
Your morning sprint is coming up next. Thanks for waking up with us here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Crusoe's Floors has been providing flooring and great customer service to the Inland Northwest for over 90 years.
Hardwood, LVP, carpet, area rugs, we've got you covered.
Call your locally owned flooring experts today.
Crusoe's Floors, your local experts.
You guys excited?
More worlds will collide in a new, bigger show. October 11th at Numerica Veterans Arena. Disney's Descendants, Zombies, and Camp Rock Worlds Collide Tour live. Starring Malachi Barton, Liamani Segura, Dara Renee, Makana Knife, Hudson Stone, Sway Mbatia, Kiara Romero, and Alexandro Bird. Get tickets now at worldscollidetour.com.
Spring is coming. Is your RV ready? Right now at R&R RV Center, save 15% off labor during our pre-season service special. Busy schedule? Ask about our $199 concierge home pickup and delivery. Available within 15 miles of the R&R RV North Spokane or Liberty Lake locations. Appointments are available now, so don't wait until the last minute. This special offer must be scheduled by March 31st. Call R&R RV Center today or visit rnrrv.com to schedule now.
resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries. We're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Caruso's Floors has been providing flooring and great customer service to the Inland Northwest for over 90 years.
Hardwood, LVP, carpet, area rugs, we've got you covered.
Call your locally owned flooring experts today.
Caruso's Floors, your local experts.
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:56, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprints.
Grab your umbrella. It'll be a rainy day today. We got Mark Peterson and a look at your forecast.
But first, we're learning more about the deadly crash at New York's LaGuardia Airport. The daughter of a flight attendant who somehow survived being thrown from the plane tells a Canadian news outlet that her mom suffered a broken leg, but that it's a miracle she survived. Surveillance video posted online shows the moment the Air Canada jet slammed into a fire truck crossing the runway. Preliminary data shows the plane was traveling between 93 and 105 miles an hour. The 2 pilots on the plane, described as men at the beginning of their careers, were killed. The runway at LaGuardia is closed until Friday.
So today, the rain, we've been talking about it for days. Well, today it's here, and we're going to see it about 9 o'clock. We see some scattered showers closer in. Tomorrow it's going to be windy and then sunshine and warming into the weekend. Current satellite and radar, yeah, the rain is there. There's no doubt about it. We're going to see, again, a high today of 52 with afternoon sustained rain.
The Spokane Transit Authority announced it is reopening its investigation into the double-decker bus crash. STA CEO Carl Otterstrom says they discovered that a call to dispatch on the day of the crash said software showed route discrepancies for one of the buses. Because of this, it's reopening the investigation to learn what dispatch did with that information.
If your heat bills are higher and you've been delaying getting a new roof, now is the time to call the pros at McVeigh Brothers and lock in last year's rates while beating the spring rush. Plus, financing is available.
We're working for you.
This spring, break away to play at Triple Play, North Idaho's action-packed destination for family fun. With so much to do under one roof, there's always something new to try.
Come out and play today, Triple Play.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get this low mileage lease on this Sierra Elevation for around $399 per month.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family.
I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF.
Just Between Friends at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
Okay, making your plans today. You're going to walk out in the next hour or so and go, that's just a nice day, mild start. Yeah. And then the rain's going to come in, and then the wind's behind that, but it's the rain. Be ready for that. 52 for the high today. Tomorrow, breezy with maybe an afternoon shower.
Okay. And I just want to look at that weekend.
Nice.
Low 60s.
Look ahead.
I know. My weekend starts tomorrow.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, you rubbing it in. Rude.
Literally. It could be nice.
Well, if you're looking for more fun, you can stay with us here for Good Morning Northwest at 7 over on Fox 28.
And we'll be bringing you updates here on GMA, which starts next. Thanks so much for being with us today. We hope you have a great day.